Hello? Hello, hello?
Alright, we're good. Yeah, I just have to pick it up. Fortunately, he's just the filter. Yeah. Take one for the team, right?
And I kind of need one person to hold this for you so I can hold my phone. Oh, hey. Isaac. What a bae.
Yeah, but still, like,
We're covering him here.
Hey guys,
Okay.
the party's over already.
Nice. Get a workout. You might even be able to stand here and put it like on like a little bit lower, so you don't have to do that. Or you can do that, whatever we stand behind. Yeah, I guess. That would be up to you. Yeah, let's stand behind it. I'll stand kind of here, I think, just to. And I need one person to help me do this. Yeah, it's closer to me. Yeah, there you go. Netta, I don't want to rush you, Netta, but we're literally starting. No, it's not your fault. I just was letting y'all know we're just gonna. And Netta, all I'm gonna do is like read the kind of our meeting plan with the POTUS, and then y'all can say just something to think about it. I have nothing else. Yeah, it's just very short stuff. Cass, you want to get in? Connie? Carissa, do you want to get in? Gotta come now, Mama, if you want to get in. Sorry to rush y'all, but just I didn't mean to rush you. All right. Can y'all hear me well? Okay. My name is Alexandra Forza, and I am the daughter of Valerio Zambrano, who's right over there with the big smile and mustache, and my uncle is Jose Luis Zambrano down there, and I'm one of the leader coordinators of this Bring Our Families Home campaign. The last time we were here was actually May 4th of this year to launch this campaign, which is just a bunch of our family members here asking for President Biden to meet with us so that we can share with him our concerns for our wrongfully detained family members and those held hostage. They're innocent Americans, and we're trying to kind of share our message with all of you and the media to see if we can get to the White House today. As y'all may already know, we had a big mural launch yesterday. Where's Isaac? The artist is here with us today, Isaac Campbell. And a beautiful rendering of that mural that's in Georgetown is here below me with 18 faces of some of our loved ones. But there are so many more. There's 65 plus of these innocent people all over the world for the Foley Foundation. And so we thank you, Isaac, for your work and for being here again today. Now you're just officially part of the family. Welcome. You're, a very beloved part of our Unlucky Club. We're here because we have, found as a whole that though members of the NSC and the State Department, especially SPIHA, Roger Carson's, have been working tirelessly on behalf of our families, at some point our family members are becoming policy issues instead of human beings. And the urgency and the creativity to find ways to bring them home is getting lost somewhere in the bureaucracy. And so we're here today to really to organize a beautiful American right that our detained family members actually immigrated here for, were born here for us to do, to ask our president to help us cut through that noise.
How are you?
Something that you guys may see in Twitter and social media all the time, that's a very real concern for us, is our loved ones' health and the urgency of this issue. Any day, one of our loved ones could die, either by torture from the foreign government or organization that's holding them captive, or just from the conditions that they're in, or existing conditions that aren't being managed. We have a family here today that will be able to share a little bit of what one of their loved ones is going through, and the dire situation that they're in, and deeply in need of medical support here in the United States. And that's just one example of so many. These men and women have collectively lost more than 90 years of their of their, active life by being detained wrongfully abroad. So, when you add up all the years they've been gone, they've missed anniversaries, birthdays, graduations, countless small memories, births of grandchildren, and I really can't overstate the pain of that. We're here today because it has become clear to us that only President Biden can bring these Americans home. Only with his direct involvement and decisive leadership can these innocent Americans be safely returned to their families and their livelihoods. If we were to meet with him, we would be asking him for three things. First, to direct his administration to prioritize the expeditious release of our innocent American loved ones, using any and all tools available to do so, such as trades, unfreezing assets, etc., that we don't even know about because we're not politicians in the first place. Our impression is that there's simply no clear direction to the NSC or interagency to prioritize the return of these people to secure their release versus other agency priorities. In many cases, a single negotiation iteration has taken months or years. Without consistent prioritization by the NSC, the special presidential envoy for hostage affairs, his hands are tied, and the detainee issue keeps losing priority to other issues. These decisions are simply not getting to the president's desk in a timely and dynamic manner. They will not be given priority until his staff knows it is a priority to bring that to him. We're asking him to, in late April, as well as the Tice family, in bolstering their spirits and making sure that Austin's return is prioritized. Lastly, we ask bring our families home. So, thank you, and I will pass the microphone over to the Heath family. And then we'll do Isaac, and then I'll
My name is Everett Rutherford. I'm here today as part of the Matthew Heath family. We're here as advocates for Matthew's return to the United States, and we're here because Matthew can't be here to speak for himself. Matthew has been wrongfully detained in Venezuela as of today for 681 days. Like the rest of our wrongfully detained Americans, Matthew has committed no crime. He's being held simply because he is an American and is perceived to be a bargaining chip for political reasons. Like Matthew, 65 plus of us are attempting to speak for our family members who can't be here because they've been taken wrongfully by foreign governments or other entities. We're also here to represent what can go wrong for a wrongful detainee or a hostage. We all know about Diane Foley's son. He was assassinated in Syria. Just over a month ago, my nephew, our family member, Matthew Heath, attempted suicide in Venezuela. The conditions under which our family members are kept are dire. They've been tortured physically and psychologically. We are still concerned for Matthew's well-being to the point where we wonder if he will come back. We think that if given an opportunity, he will attempt suicide again, or he will be injured during the process, or worse, while they're trying to prevent him from doing so. Our circumstances are indeed dire. Many of us may never see our family members again. In Matthew's case, he may succeed the next time. Some of our family members were no longer young. And eventually, all of our lives end. Some of our family members miss some of the most important events of their lives. Yet, as Alexandra said, grandchildren are being born. They may never have the opportunity to know their grandparent.
That's special. I hope he's okay.
We're here today because we know that there are solutions to these hostage and wrongful detainee cases. For each country, for each individual case,
Well,
there is something
yeah.
that will work to bring people home.
I'm going to is currently planned, but then we'll be
We're
back.
asking
We'll be back.
the administration, President Biden,
Probably in
to
August.
use every tool available to him. Make sure that happens. Deploy your resources. We have a voice. We will help if we can. But he has the tools.
Good to see you.
The bottom line is, and I'll leave you with this, we simply want our family members home.
Hey, AZF. We just got word the president has tested positive for COVID this morning.
Okay, understood. We just got word that the president may have tested positive for COVID.
Yes, yeah, 100% has. They put out a press release.
Understood. Thank you. Roger?
So I'm here to represent my father.
Right here.
So I'm representing my father, Boris Trubagina. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I'm representing my father, Boris Trubagina, who has been wrongfully detained in Rwanda for, it's going to be 2 years next month. My father has been tortured. He hasn't been able to see his loved ones. Like everyone said here, he's a father, he's a grandfather, a resident of San Antonio, Texas. I have a daughter who was born in 2020 and she has never met her grandfather. And I wish one day, and I hope one day she's gonna meet her. I wish she's gonna meet him. Most people said, most of our loved ones are in poor health. My father has health conditions, he has cancer, and those conditions are like abandoned. And just would like the White House to act faster so that they can get the care they need, they can see their families. And most of these people are in solitary confinement. They are being tortured as we speak. And it's not a way to live, and we don't have a lot of time. The sooner we act, the better. And so hopefully, please, President Biden, please, all the politicians, please do something quick. Thank you.
And then we'll just hear from Isaac here, the artist of the mural.
Good morning, everyone. Again, it's an honor and a privilege to be with you here today in front of the White House on Lafayette Square to help give you the megaphone that you all have needed for so long to share the stories of your loved ones as a group, no longer just as individuals, but as a collective effort. I've had the privilege to get to talk with you and learn these stories, and they're heartbreaking. And I think that anyone in the administration who would give just a minute of their time to listen to the details of these human stories will feel touched, motivated in a new way to use the tools that they have. Just like I used the tool of art, and we used the tools yesterday together to show this mural to the world. The administration has a select group of tools that they can use to help actually move the needle on this issue and bring these family members home. So I'm going to issue a challenge to anyone in the administration, whether that's the President, the First Lady, Secretary Blinken, even the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, anyone who has friends and colleagues in this administration. The mural is just blocks away over in Georgetown. It's not that long of a drive. You can ride a bike there. Go see it and look into the eyes of these American citizens, many of whom who have served our country, especially like Matthew Heath. It's time that the country serves its citizens, especially those who have been wrongfully detained and held hostage abroad, and bring our families home. I'd also like, on the news this morning of the President's health, we wish you the best and hope you recover quickly from this exposure. Yes.
Thank you for that. Yeah, agree. So yes, essentially, just want to reiterate that a lot of us would drop any amount of money to come to DC at any time. So it's very high availability. We're not the bottleneck on this side. And in addition, many of us are here either through Tuesday or through the weekend. So we're happy also to meet with members of the administration that would like to speak with us. And I'll just pause for one moment. So with that, we'll close, and we'd like to say that we stand behind any leader, any political leader in our country that's willing to do their work with our legislative representatives to stand behind you as well. So we ask that you have the moral courage to bring these people home. Thank you.